Hello and namaste. Welcome to Om and Eve. If you're new, I'm Cher, and thank you for joining me for today's Womb Health Yoga Flow. So this is video 1 out of 4 where we will be focusing on the menstrual cycle. So today's sequence is all about the menstrual phase of our cycle so that we can help ease any cramps and pains. If you are no longer bleeding or don't have a menstrual cycle, not to worry, you can actually follow the phases of the moon. And this sequence is perfect for starting at the new moon. And that signifies new beginnings, new cycles, and possibilities. We're going to be moving very mindfully and nurturing, keeping the flow nice and gentle, trying not to overexert ourselves, but at the same time looking to remove the stagnant energy still within the body. So with that intention in mind, grab yourself a bolster or perhaps some pillows and a cushion and come and meet me on the mat in Savasana. So as you come down on your mat, just pop your bolster here too, and so that your knees are sort of resting nicely over your bolster or your pillows there, and your legs are just draping over the opposite end. And just slowly start to roll down onto your mat and come into a sort of supported Savasana. And just allow yourself to find some comfort, give yourself a little wiggle. See if you can draw the tailbone down so that we're not having an arch into the lower back there. And allow the legs to become heavy as they rest over props there. And come and bring one hand onto the lower belly there, sort of around the womb space area. And then bring the other opposite hand to your chest. And we're just going to begin by coming to the body, allowing ourselves to start our practice today, being fully focused on ourselves, on our mat. As always, bring in the attention to the breath to begin. And finding that natural rhythm. Try not to change anything at this time. And start to bring our awareness to how we're feeling, how our body feels physically, energetically, emotionally. Depending on where you are in your menstrual phase, whether it's the very beginning, middle or end, you might find your energy, your body, your emotions always feel a bit different. So just become aware of how you feel without passing any judgment. And begin by taking a longer inhale and see if we can find expansion through the waist and the chest, watching the hands rise up. And exhale to allow everything to soften. And again, taking that big breath in through the nose. Maybe feeling the back body pressing into the mat below you. And again, exhale to soften. Finding the body becoming a bit heavier on the exhale. And one last time, a nice big breath in. And exhale. And the next time you inhale, draw that breath up and find your heart space as you inhale. And then as you exhale, draw the breath down into the womb space. And again, just follow this breath a few more times, inhaling up to the heart space. And exhaling down through to your womb. The space where would hold the womb space. And again, a couple more times here, breathing in, finding that elongation with the breath. From here, just allow the arms to rest by the sides now, just finding a little bit of stillness, finding some comfort in lying here for a moment and just checking in with the body again. From here, just begin to roll your bolster or cushions out the way. You can use your feet if you don't want to sit up again. So gently just moving any props to the side, just so you have the whole length of your mat to work with. And allow the legs to come down to the mat. Reach the arms up above you, behind you to the floor. Feeling that length from the tips of the fingers all the way down to the toes. We're going to take our legs and shimmy them over to the left side of your mat there. And maybe allow the right ankle to come on top of that left ankle. So right ankle, sorry, on top of the left ankle. And then just shimmy the upper body also over to the left side of the mat. So we're creating this sort of C shape with our body. So we're not rolling onto the left side. We're just staying on our backs, but we're shimmying our legs away from us and shimmying our upper body also to the left. So we're coming into Banasana. And so we're starting to get this lovely opening stretch through the right side of the body. Just nice and gentle. Seeing if we can still keep our right hip towards the floor so that we're not rolling onto our left side. Breathing in, finding length through the upper body. As we exhale, maybe finding a bit more length through the lower body. One more breath here. And then as you inhale, bring your legs back through to center, and then bring the upper body also back through to the middle. Take a moment to pause here. See how the left side of the body feels compared to the right. And then start to shimmy the legs over to the right side of the mat this time, and maybe this time the left ankle props on top of the right ankle. Feeling that little stretch from the top of the hip down to the side of the legs and the toes. And then begin to shimmy the upper body over to the right side. Finding the stretch all the way through the left side of the body this time. Becoming aware of any tightness or tension you're feeling. One side always feels tighter than the other, which is very normal. One more breath here. Great, just shimmy the legs back through to center and the body. And start to draw the knees towards the chest there. And bring the hands down to meet the shins, and just give yourself a nice little gentle hug, and you can rock side to side. We're not pulling ourselves in for a crunch, we're keeping this nice and gentle. So keep a nice long spine, head to the mat, and you're just holding on to your shins for a bit of support here. Rock side to side, keeping the tailbone nice and long. See if you can keep the back of the pelvis pressed onto the mat there, rocking side to side. And then from here, I want you to release the left foot down to the mat, still hugging that right knee in, and just hug it in a little bit deeper now. See if you can draw that right knee down to the side of the torso there. Begin to flex the foot, and if you can, grab a hold of that right foot and send the heel up to the sky, coming into a half happy baby. If you do struggle to reach your foot, just bring the hand onto the back of the thigh instead. And breathing in and out, nice long breaths. Great, one more breath here as we breathe into what can be quite an intense stretch as we work with this hip opener. Lovely, come and place the right foot down to the mat, this time drawing the left knee in towards the body, drawing the left knee towards the side of the chest there, the side of the body. Flexing the left foot, come and grab a hold of it with your left hand, and again drawing that left knee down to the outside of our torso. Sometimes it's nice to find a gentle rock side to side here too. Still maybe massaging into the lower back there. Great, one more breath here. And then just gently release that foot down to the earth again, bringing the knees back towards us and for a hug again, just as we rock backwards and forwards nice and gently, and just allow yourself to rock on up to your sit bones and come and find your Baddha Konasana, or cobbler's pose here. So bring in the soles of the feet together, finding the sit bones are placed on the mat there, so try not to round it into our lower back. See if we can find that length through the spine. Breathing in as we reach the spine up nice and tall. Maybe press the knees down towards the earth there. Finding length, finding space in the body. Nice. As we exhale, allow your spine to roll forward there, rounding through the upper back. Bring the hands down to the mat. You can begin to relax the knees now, so you don't have to press them down to the earth anymore. And just allow the head to drop, relax the neck. Breathe in here. Great, one more breath. And then gently just start to roll back up through the spine, find that length again. And maybe think about pressing the knees down to the earth away from us, opening up into the hip creases a little bit more. Finding length through the spine. Another breath here, and then as you exhale, allow yourself to fold forward. Relaxing the knees so that we're not pressing them down to the earth anymore. Allowing the head to drop, relax the shoulders, just allow the spine to round. Great. On the next inhale, just gently start to roll back up through the spine. So from here, we're now going to move ourselves and come into a tabletop position. You can either swing the legs around or just cross the legs over and come through. So bringing the hips in line with the knees, wrists in line with the shoulders. Finding some stability in your tabletop. Nice long arms. We're going to begin by coming into some cat-cows. So as we inhale, we're going to draw the tailbone up to the sky. So we're always going to start from the tailbone here, okay? So send the tailbone up to the sky as we drop the belly down. Bring the chest and collarbones forward, and then allow the head to come through and take the gaze forward. Lovely. As we exhale, start to round through the tailbone there as we draw the belly button up and into the back body. Protracting the shoulder blades up to the sky, dropping the chin to chest. Inhale back through to your cow. Lovely. Exhale, come through to cat. Now feel free to take these as fast or as slow as you like. Inhale and sending the tailbone away, dropping the belly. Maybe take a pause here. And then when you take your next exhale, come round in for that cat. Pressing the shoulder blades up to the sky, nice long arms, tucking that tailbone under. We'll do this one more time, finding your cow. Nice, and exhale and coming into a cat. Lovely. From here, take the knees a little bit wider. Just sit your hips back towards your heels. Find a child's pose. Maybe even rock side to side. Maybe ease your hips into it. Come and bring the hands forward and allow the forehead to come down to the mat. And just finding a few calming breaths here. Breathing in through your nose. Bringing that breath back to the heart space. And then as we exhale, finding the womb space. And just stop here for a moment just to take a couple more breaths. And for the next phase here, we're going to come for a nice gentle flow between our child's pose, cat-cow and cobra. So from child's pose, as we inhale, I want you to think of coming back up and through into cat pose. So come back up through into a tabletop, pressing the shoulder blades high. And as we exhale, start to drop the hips forward, bringing the chest forward, take the gaze up. So we're shining our heart and chest forward, dropping the hips to the mat, coming into our cobra pose. Great. As we inhale, draw the tailbone to the sky. So we're coming into our cow position here. Belly's dropped, tailbone's up to the sky, chest is gazing forward. And then as the hips come down towards the heels, we're rounding through the back there as we find child's pose. Great. Inhale, come up. Find your cat. Exhale, drop in the hips. Shine in the chest forward, take the gaze forward. Nice. Exhale, take the tailbone back. Lovely. Rounding into the back there as we find child's pose. Do that 2 more times, just in your own time with your own breath. Inhale and to rise up. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale to rise up. Find your cobra. And then inhale all the way back. And exhale to find child's pose one more time. Taking one breath here. Fabulous. Inhale as you rise back up again. Coming through your tabletop. Pressing the hips forward again as if you're coming into your cobra, but allow the chest to come down to the mat completely. From here, you're going to bring your elbows about the same height as your chest there, keeping the elbows nice and tucked in towards your chest as well. The forearms and hands are straight out in front of you as we come into Sphinx. So from here, you can take the legs a little bit wider if that feels a bit nicer for your lower back. And we're going to think about pressing the pelvis into the mat there. Shining the chest forward, shining the heart space forward. Pressing the tops of the feet into the floor of the mat there. Finding length through the neck and the upper back. Try and avoid the elbows splaying out to the side. Allow the elbows to come in close to the body. Now I'll just give you a nice little prop up. Feel a bit better for your shoulders. Fabulous. We'll take one more breath here in this pose. And then start to lower the forehead down to the mat. Bring the hands beside the chest there as you push yourself up and back. And come and find an easy sitting pose in Sukhasana. So if you could bring your right leg in front of you to begin with. Just so I know we're all going the right way. This is a great way to start. And I know which way we're going first. So the right leg's in front of us. And I want you just to take that right leg now, that right shin, and then just bring it to the right side of your body. So we're coming to sit into deer pose. So your left shin will be in front of you, and your right shin will be down to the right side of your body. So from here, we're going to reach the arms up long, create a nice spine, and you might feel that you're sitting a bit off or a bit funny, don't worry. That can feel normal. See if we can bring ourselves into a nice stacked spine. If it helps to sit on top of a block or a cushion, that's fine as well. Come and fold forward, bring the hands down to the mat in front of you here. Keeping the spine nice and long, the chest pulling forward. Breathing in here, find that length. And if you want to deepen into the stretch a bit more, you can always bring the forearms down onto the floor. But check in with your body, check in with how you're feeling, and how much space you have in the body at this moment in time. This is also a great little stretch for our hip creases again. So we're trying to find some space in this area of our body as well. Trying to move any stagnant energy. One more breath here. And then next inhale, just start to rise up into a neutral spine. We're going to take the left hand down to the mat and reach the right arm all the way up and over. Come for a little side bend to the left. Reaching that right arm as far as we can. Really see if we can open up into the right side of this body there. And again, you can take the gaze up and down. You can see if we can release any tension out from our neck here. So feel free to look up and down, keeping the chest nice and open. Great, and then from here I want you to reach that a little bit further. Reach as if you're trying to grab something over in the distance there, and then finally bring the hand around and down to the mat there. So we're coming in for this nice little side twisted stretch to the left there. And this might be enough for you, or if you would like to intensify this a bit more, feel free to come down onto the forearms. But again, depending on where you are in your menstrual phase, this might feel a bit too constricted, especially if you're quite swollen, bloated, inflamed. So if that's the case, if you're struggling to get a breath and you just feel a bit too trapped, then just come back to placing your hands on the mat instead. Nice long spine as we breathe. Giving yourself a gentle hug and a twist. Lovely, one more breath here. And then come back through to center. Bring that right leg back in front of you again as you come through into Sukhasana one more time. And then I want you to switch the legs around. So if your right leg's now in front, I want you to pop the left leg in front. So we're all starting in the same position. And then take that left leg, take the shin and place it to the left side of the body. So now your right shin should be visible in front of you and your left shin should be down to the left side of your body. Again, we'll reach up, taking a nice length through the spine, nice long arms, breathing in, and as we exhale, come for that forward fold again. And again, it's up to you where you choose to go. If the forearms feels good, go there. Or perhaps come back to a more comfortable position here with the hands to the floor. Where you choose to go, just keep breathing, nice long breaths, create a nice long spine. Make sure the heart's still shining open. Great, one more breath here. And then wherever you are, gently start to roll back up into a neutral position. Bring that right hand down to the mat now and reach the left arm all the way up to the side there, coming in for that nice juicy side bend to the right this time. So we're opening and breathing into our left side body now. And again, take the head spins, looking up and down. If it feels nice to release any tension from the neck there. Reaching as far as we can, start to reach as if we're trying to grab something now into the distance on the right hand side, and then come and circle the hand around and down onto the mat, shining that heart forward again. And same option here, come down onto the forearms if you wish. And you might find that one side feels a bit more open than the other, that's fine. It's your practice, so just listen to your body and do whatever feels right for you at this moment in time. One more breath here. Nice, and just gently come back through to center and bring yourself back into Sukhasana. So come back into your Baddha Konasana. So we're bringing the feet together and knees falling out to the side. And if you have your pillows and bolster handy, again, come and pop them lengthways on your mat so that the end of the bolster, the cushions, is up against the back of your pelvis. Now we're going to be coming into a Supta Baddha Konasana, and we're also going to be using the Yoni Mudra. So I want you to bring your thumb and your pointer fingers together to create this sort of little triangle shape, and then the other three fingers are just going to knock together. So the knuckles of the pinky, the ring finger and the middle finger are going to come together at the knuckles there, and then your pointer finger and your thumbs are going to connect into that triangle. So come and bring your Yoni Mudra onto the lower part of your abdomen there, near your womb space, and gently start to lie back onto your bolster or cushions. And we're going to come back to the breath, just revisit our breathing exercise that we did at the beginning of this session. Finding the breath, and gently start to elongate the breath a little bit more, finding a bit more length and space with the breath. Inhaling into that heart space, and as we exhale, draw the breath back down to the womb space. And again, inhale to draw that breath back up, and exhaling to draw it down. Inhale back up, and all the way down. And we'll do that one more time. Inhale, drawing the breath back up to the heart space, and then send the breath down to the womb space. And just find the breath here and just breathe into this space, and maybe visualize or start to imagine a bright orange light, a wheel spinning just behind your Yoni Mudra. And as you breathe in, it expands a little bit more. And as you exhale, it maybe starts to spin a little bit faster. Just visualize, keep visualizing this bright orange wheel spinning as you breathe. Nice long breaths into the womb space. A couple more times here. And then just come and place the hands on top of the womb space and just imagine that glowing orange light, that nice warm healing light. Feeling any tension, letting go of any pains or cramps. From there, with your hands, just gently allow the knees to come back together and slowly start to sit up off the bolster and just push that bolster to one side and gently start to roll back down onto the mat nice and gently, bringing the knees into the chest again one last time. Again, just rocking side to side to massage the lower back there. Release the left leg away from you, drop that left leg to the floor, hugging that right knee in and gently guiding that right knee over to the left, coming for a little supine twist here. And reaching that right arm out to the side there, giving your heart space and your shoulder a nice little opener. Breathe in, allow the twist to soften. And then bring the knees back through to centre. Drawing the knees in one last time. Releasing the right leg down to the mat, hugging that left knee in, guide the left knee over to the right hand side. And again, reaching that left hand out to the side, finding space there. Opening, a nice opening into the left side of the chest now. And just come back through to centre again, one last hug. Drawing the knees in. Rock side to side and release the legs down. Come into where we began, Savasana, bringing the hands down to rest by the side of the body, allowing the legs to become heavy, releasing the lower back there. Maybe adjust yourself so you've not got a gap in your lower back there, or perhaps you want the bolster to rest under your knees again. Feel free to pop it under your knees. And just find a few minutes, just a couple minutes here, just to find some stillness, just to find a calmness in the body. Do a last check-in. See how you feel at the end of this practice compared to how you felt at the beginning of the practice. How does your physical body, your energetic body, and your emotional body feel right now? And try not to hold on to those thoughts, just let them be, let them go as you stop here for a few breaths. And then continue with our attention today of being mindful with how we move and being gentle. Just slowly start to make your way onto your right hand side, gently rolling over. Bringing the hand down to the mat to help press you up into Sukhasana. Find an easy sitting pose on your mat there. Taking your time. Finding length through the spine, adjusting your sit bones, bringing your hands to the heart center, giving yourself thanks for turning up for your practice today, for joining me for the first of 4 videos in this womb health series. And I will leave you here with an Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. To make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, then please subscribe and hit that bell icon to receive your notifications of when I next post. Don't forget to also like this video, hit that little thumbs up icon, and share this with family and friends. This allows my channel to grow, meaning that I can continue to create free and high quality content for you. However, if you would like to donate, I have popped a little donations link in the caption box below. Until next time, take care, sending you all much love, gratitude and serenity. Namaste.